Hey guys, thanks for tuning on into today's video. It is currently Sunday here, and every weekend I try to either do a get ready with me or a haul or a declutter, and that's what I have for you guys today. So if you'd like to see all the stuff that I'm throwing away that's honestly expired and kind of gross, stick around. So I think there's a faucet dripping. We have to have someone to come look at it, so please don't mind that. Real quick, on my nails, I've got Essie Berry Hot, and I've got Anastasia Beverly Hills, the new Prism palette on my eyes. I will have a video up in about a week or so, but I want to have time to test it, see if I like it, see what works, what doesn't work, give you guys tips and tricks and all of that. And I can't really do that in a first impression. So that'll be up in about a week, but thank you guys for tuning on in. If you're new, hi. If you're not new, hey, what's up, what's good? Thank you for coming on back. I appreciate the support. As always, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Drop me a note down below if any of these things stuck out to you, or if you're like, Ansley, you should have thrown that out a while ago. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you stuck around, if you saw what I got rid of, if I pop up in your search results, if you watch my videos. Do not forget to like this one, and as well subscribe, because hey, why not join the family? So let's talk about stuff that I really should have gotten rid of a while ago. Let's start off with face primers. I've got two NYX products. I did just recently feature these in my one brand Get Ready With Me, but it is time that they go in the trash along with the rest of my NYX products. So as you guys may or may not be familiar with, I do have a news article on my Instagram. NYX is actually okay with stealing creator content as long as if you use a hashtag in your description, your photo, or whatever. They feel like they're entitled to take your stuff without permission and alter it and, probably potentially not give you credit for it. So I am running through the rest of the NYX things that I have. I do not tag them in my photos. I do not support them anymore on my channel. So that's just my opinion about it. This is a vlog post. It does really get under my skin, but these things are actually super expired. They only had a shelf life of 9 months. So yeah, you got to get rid of these. Next up, from concealers, we've got a few things, and like I said, I do want to keep this short, but I will give you some insight into whether or not things were they're old. These are all old, but if there are any issues I had, in case you are interested in picking up a fresh pair of these puppies. So, and that goes for all of my products. I'll try to give you guys some insight. So this is the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. I did like this. I used it primarily when my lupus was really bad. I do have lupus on my face, so I used it to kind of cover up this lesion. I haven't reached for it since, just because I've grown in my exposure to concealers, but they do have a nice shade range. Next, we've got 3 LA Girl Pro concealers. Nothing wrong with these. These are amazing. The concealer had a shelf life of 12 months. This is like 2 or 3 years old. And these have a shelf life of 18 months. So one thing I didn't like about these is that for darker skin tones, they can be a little white and chalky for some of the lighter shades, like especially this green. I recently picked up a new color corrector from Maybelline, I believe, and I also picked up a YSL shade that's pretty similar to something that's brightening like this, and I picked up a BH Cosmetics color corrector palette. So I just want to try something else. There's nothing wrong with these. These are like $2 or $3. They're super inexpensive, and I think they are worth the money, but you got to pay attention to the expiration date on these, because some things, if you're not careful, they do expire really, really quickly, and it's just not healthy, safe, and sanitary to keep old products in your collection and use them on your face. Lastly, I have 2 concealers that one was okay, so we'll do this one first. It was the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin. It's just okay. I bought this a while ago. I used a good chunk of it. This one I did not use so much. This is from Covergirl. It is a Tru Blend Fixstick. So yeah, I just didn't really like it. It's really rough on the skin. It enlarged my pores. The LA Girl didn't enlarge my pores at all. Makeup Forever didn't. This one, because it was okay, I don't remember it being so bad, because clearly I used a lot of it, but eh. Next up, I've got foundations and face powders. We're going to go ahead and do powders because there's only 2 of them, so that's easier for me. And then we'll do foundation. Both of these are hella old, and I should have thrown them out a while ago. This is the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation. This had a shelf life of 18 months. Actually, this is getting towards its expiration date, but I also never reached for it. It's not my favorite powder, so it's getting old, looks gross, just gonna throw it out. And this one is hella old. This is from the CoverGirl Queen collection. It is in the shade Q410 Golden. Shelf life is not on here. I will be doing a blog post and creating a Excel sheet for you guys so you can keep track of your makeup purchases. One thing you'll always want to do is note the date that you purchased it. Go ahead and do yourself a favor and put in the date for when it expires, and that way you can just know based off the shelf life, which I'll also include when it's time to throw something out. So it just looks gross. So these are the powders I'm gonna get rid of. These weren't so great that I would recommend picking up a new one, but they're nice drugstore options. They get the job done. And yeah, both of these are, this is a powder foundation technically, and this is just a pressed powder, but I did like this. I did almost hit pan on it. No, I hit pan on this one. So I did enjoy this one. I barely used this. So I have a wide variety of foundations to show you guys. Some of these I liked, some of these I didn't. So this one I just about used up, and it only had a shelf life of 6 months. Y'all need to watch your foundations. Some of them don't have very long shelf lives, and this one is expensive considering it expires so quickly. This is the Maybelline Dream Cushion in the shade Cocoa 60. I was being silly and I tried to prolong the life of it. So sorry, that looks kind of gross, but I ended up putting another shade of foundation. Then I like tried to mix some of this Makeup Forever stuff in it and try and like prolong the life of it. Y'all don't do that. Don't be like me. Just go get a new one or throw it out and get a new one. But get a new one. Like don't do that. It's not very sanitary, so I would not recommend. My skin looks okay, it didn't break me out or anything, but now that I'm filming I'm like, oh wait, that's kind of gross. So there was a particular reason why I brought this into my collection, why I bought it home, but I knew it was the wrong shade when I picked it up. So this is the Black Radiance Color Perfect Oil Free Liquid Makeup. This is one of the older things in my whole collection since I've started makeup. This is kind of old. This is in the shade 841 Butterscotch, and there's no shelf life on this. So it is super light. I was thinking that I could use it. So this is, I don't really know if this is like a tip or a hack, but if you don't like layering a lot of products, like I don't, sometimes I kind of skip concealer under my eyes, which I did today. Or what I'll do is I'll take a lighter foundation and I'll put a few dots there so that I don't have to conceal on top, because like my bags aren't that bad. I don't have a lot of discoloration under my eyes, so I just like the gradient of what a lighter concealer shade can bring to your face and how it just kind of, it brightens under your eyes. So that's why I bought this. I have mixed this into darker foundations, and when I was using it, it was just to place dots around my forehead so I didn't have to kind of be bothered with concealer, because I'm lazy. So this one is old. I'm gonna get rid of this, and then this I might pick up a new one. I might. My soul wants to, but there's so many foundations I need to review. I'm like, is it the best idea, especially if I'm not gonna use it? Sidebar, the greatest thing about decluttering is that you can take all the stuff out of your collection that you're not using, get it out of your house, and make way for new stuff. So I really want to pick up a spare of this, but since I am a review channel mostly, like I'm not going to reach for it that often, so I might not, but I would recommend potentially looking at this formula because I have abused this. This is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Luminous Natural Glow Foundation. It is awesome. It's great. I do have oily skin. It's not the best with oils though. I just like the way it looks on my skin because I don't like super luminous foundations. That's why I've stayed away from the NARS one. Burberry has a really nice one that I look too dewy. I don't like it. And I know a lot of people do like dewy foundations. So if you're like me and you don't want that much to do, maybe check this out. But yeah, this is long gone expired, but I just couldn't throw it out. I used it last week and I was like, ooh, wait. This looks gross. I might also need to go a shade up too, so we'll see if I repurchase this, but it is a nice drugstore option. So next I've got two more. I don't like either one of these. I actually featured these in my top 5, bottom 5 series where I talk about my favorite foundations and foundations I didn't like. Actually, a lot of these are in that video, so I'll link that as well. These are the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free and Balance foundations. I got one in the shade Coconut, $3.55, and one in Cappuccino, $3.40. These do not color match me the best. They've got this little circular thing in the middle for the like anti-shine stuff. I'll get that in a minute. So they've got that in the middle, but the biggest thing was that they didn't make my skin look great. They enlarged my pores. I looked horrible by the end of the day, and the colors didn't work. So I am happy to trash these. Next, let's do eyeshadows, and I'm honestly embarrassed to show you guys some of this stuff because it's like, Ansley, throw stuff away. I no longer am a hoarder, so this was during my hoarding phase. But I start with this OG eyeshadow that I might keep for sentimental purposes, but I was invited to a showing for this movie when I was a kid, like a smooth 15 to 16 years old, like a baby. And in the goodie bag, they had something from Kimora Lee Simmons. Remember her? She's still around, but she did launch a makeup collection. And I remember I got this little eyeshadow. I have not used this in years. So to my credit, I have not used this in years, but I got this little eyeshadow and I like, for the life of me, this was before I started wearing makeup, and I wore makeup primarily for my lupus, so I didn't necessarily jump into it for like the reasons that parents are like, oh no, you're too young for makeup. My parents are like, if it'll, you know, help you get through high school, then slap some, you know, concealer, all that stuff on. But I got this and I wanted to use it so badly. And I just like, I never used it when I was younger, and yeah, but now I have it. It's just like a little reminder, like, look how far I've come. Look at this packaging. Like, what is this? But yeah, this is probably expired as soon as they handed it out, but it was a really pretty shade. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I have a little like memorabilia collection just to see my personal growth as a makeup aficionado. So put that to the side, but I'm gonna throw out the rest of these. So this is a Milani Foil eyeliner. It's horrible. So I picked it up and never used it. It's got a shelf life of 12 months. Pretty garbage. I do not like them. And as always, if there's something you like that I don't like, I do. I word things very harshly, so please don't take offense to it. I don't like this. Is it literally garbage? No, but it had a shelf life of 12 months, so it doesn't matter. It needs to get thrown out. I also have another Milani eyeshadow. So this is 24 months shelf life. This one might not be expired, but I don't reach for it. And it's probably like right at the end of its shelf life. This is in the shade Bella Sky. It's a shimmer eyeshadow. What's a shimmer gel powder? It is a shimmer gel powder formula. I do not like those formulas. I don't care for them. So, and I don't like single eyeshadows too. So if I want this icy blue shade, which I kind of am hunting for one, slash I might own one because I picked up the BH Cosmetics Pro palette and they might have an icy blue shade, I would never get it in a single eyeshadow formula. So I don't buy single pan eyeshadows. I only use them if they come in like an Ipsy bag or something, but they are not my cup of tea. So these are the last three things that I have. They're kind of all similar in that I wouldn't recommend them and I didn't like them. But remember, these are old, and I'm going to take a guess that this first one, this Sephora Jumbo Crayon, has probably been reformulated. Probably since the time I purchased it. So I don't recommend this formula, but Sephora is a good brand overall. So if they have updated it, might pick it up, might stop by. But this is rough on the eyes, this is rough on the eyes, and this one's gunky. These are both Milani products. I'm throwing out a lot of Milani stuff, but whatevs. This is the Shadow Eyes 12-Hour Wear Eyeshadow in Brown Deluxe. It's just rough, pretty shade, but rough. And then, oh, looks like I punched myself. Oh no. All right. This is the Milani Infinite Liquid Eyeliner, up to 24 hours of wear. This claims 12 hours, so these are long lasting, but I don't like any of them and they're all old. So in the trash they go. Next, we are talking about eyeliners. I think these are all eyeliners. I don't throw out any lip liners. I lied. These are both eyeliners and lip liner, so I've got just a few things, but they're only from a handful of brands, which I find interesting. Actually, I know why this is. So all the stuff that is expired is from when I was really first starting out my collection. And my mindset was two things: get as much as possible, and because I need to get as much as possible, I'm either going to buy like cheaper stuff out of Sephora, or I'm going to get stuff out of the drugstore and buy a ton of it. So it's kind of nice to get rid of this part of my collection because I have matured a little bit in my makeup spending habits. But yeah, just thought I'd put that in there. Like, I'm not throwing out any of my nice stuff because clearly it's all nice, and most of it isn't expired because I bought it within the last year or so. So this is kind of the nicest thing I'm throwing out. I will say that much. This is the Becca Ultimate Cream Eyeliner. This is like 7 years old. And I didn't really use it for like a few years. I bought it when I studied abroad. I did this huge Becca haul. I bought like $500 worth of stuff before I left because I was like, oh my gosh, I need foundation for a year. They're not going to have anything in China, blah, blah, blah. And they didn't. So I'm glad I brought the stuff. But I was not into cream eyeliners when I got this because I thought I was going to be somebody when I moved abroad. It did not happen. So most of this is largely unused, but I started to use it the other day and I was like, oh wait, no, this is gross. We're gonna put it to the side. Like a few weeks ago, I was like, no, we're not using this anymore. So to replace it, I picked up the Maybelline Eye Studio and I do like it, but it is very creamy, so be careful before it sets. It can shift on your eye, and then once it sets, it's not moving around. So I just recommend setting it with a black eyeshadow, but it's time to throw this little mama out. This is when I like first, that was my biggest makeup haul when I first started out with makeup, was all that Becca stuff. So this is way less interesting. These are a bunch of like Wet n Wild NYC stuff. So I'm going to talk about them all at once. This is a kohl eyeliner from Wet n Wild. This is a Sephora kohl eyeliner. We've got a Wet n Wild kohl eyeliner. We've got an NYC eyeliner. We've got a Milani eyeliner. We've got a, I think this is Jordana. I think it just wasn't good and it kind of dried out. Then we've got 2 more NYC eyeliners, and this is another Wet n Wild. No, this is a, yeah, this is a Wet n Wild eyeliner, so I'm super happy to get rid of these because I don't use them anymore and I should have never got them in the first place. Yikes. This is kind of painful, but I have some nice Sephora skincare I need to get rid of because I was shocked at how short the shelf life on this puppy was. This is a nice Wild Rose oil from Kors or Kores or however you say it. Shelf life on this little mama is 6 months. How in the hell, a southern hell, am I going to get through this whole thing in 6 months? You are out of your mind. Make the shelf life longer. Like, I would rather it be slightly less natural and organic so I can get my money's worth. But, yeah, this is really old. So, similar vein here. This Glam Glow mask has a shelf life of 9 months, so thank you for the extra 3 months. But I bought this like over a year ago, honestly, and I didn't really use a lot of it. Glam Glow is not my favorite mask company. I learned that now. I know this, so I don't jump for joy every time they come out with something, and they're so expensive and they are harsh for a lot of people, so yeah, probably shouldn't have bought this, but yay, I've wasted money. So yeah, I barely use this like at all, which is kind of a shame. So if you're gonna buy something, make sure you use it. Okay, I keep dropping all of them. Okay, you guys, I have mascaras next. I'm just gonna run through them. I will highlight the ones that I liked and didn't like, but these all have an insanely short shelf life. So yeah, that's why I have to throw them out, because they're all really old. And especially putting old stuff on your eyes is like a huge no. So we're gonna bin these after this video. To start, try not to let them fall. I do like this. I picked up a full size finally. This is the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. Next, I would consider picking up a full size of this. This is the Chanel Base for your mascara, so it just makes it easier to take your mascara off, especially if you're using a waterproof one, and it provides some nutrients. So I don't know if the full size only has a shelf life of 1 month, but this one has a shelf life of 1 month. A cheaper alternative, you've got 2 options. One would be, tried this one, it's from Clinique. It is their lash building primer that goes along with their high impact mascara. So you've got 2 options there. I'm sorry, you got 1 option there. This is the second option. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. This one is thick. I like the Chanel one because it's a little bit thinner. So I would probably go the Chanel route, but I'm gonna check on the shelf life because we don't got enough money to be going through these bad boys every month. Didn't quite care for this formula. I bought it like last Christmas and it was in like a little set. It was during the time when Sephora had these app only exclusives that were good deals. This is the Tarte Light Camera Lashes. I don't know if this is the full size or the mini, but I think it's passable. I did like this. This is the Milani Volumizing Mascara. This one's not bad considering what the wand looks like. It's the CoverGirl Queen Collection Fall Slash Drama. It's like really thin. You guys can see that. But I do like this mascara because they expire so quickly. This is good because I'm taking all this stuff out of my collection and I can more proactively get rid of things that are old. So what I do for minis, if I like them, I just, at some point I'll get rid of the mini and then I buy the full size, and I try to not have a lot of mascaras on hand at one time. So this is from Sephora. It's the Outrageous Volume Mascara. I don't think this one's waterproof. This is one of my favorite mascaras. I do need to buy a full size of this. This I'm gonna have to throw out because I never used it and it's old now. It's the Revlon Lash Potion. Never used this. Literally bought it. Never used this. Barely used this. This is the Revlon Ultra Volume. I didn't think it was all that great. Barely used this. This is the CoverGirl Pumpify Blast Brow. So here's a few extra additions to my collection of things to bin. But we're not done yet. I've got like 5 more. This is the NYX Color Mascara in blue. This is another option for a primer. This is a Lancome base. Also throwing out their mascara. Their Hypnos Drama Mascara. This sample is hella old. This one, now, I do recommend it, but I do want to try the L'Oreal comparison, the Paradise Mascara. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex, the original, not waterproof. And then this one, Miss Manga, I think Jackie likes this, Jackie Ina. So this one's hella old because I probably got it because she recommended it. But this is in the shade Black Noir, and I really like it, but I can only keep so many mascaras on hand, so while I do enjoy this, I probably won't pick it up. And then this one also has a shelf life of 6 months. This is the Marc Jacobs mascara. I'm throwing this out. We're going to do this live right now. I think that's everything, though, that I can get rid of, so yeah. Mascara will probably be the biggest pain when it comes to decluttering stuff, just because almost all formulas expire every 6 months. So really be thoughtful with the mascaras you're putting into your collection. Clearly I wasn't, but you know, a sample is always good. A mini is always good, just so you're not wasting a bunch of money, but don't do this. This is in a similar vein. A lot of these lippies I'm throwing out, when I first started my collection, I've got like some of the very first things I filmed with in here. And I got them. I didn't really use them that often. Then I went through a period where I didn't even wear any lipstick. I've got this whole thing of lipsticks over here that are probably all expired that I need to throw out, but I can't take on the stress of that. That's a whole other video. Like, if I do another declutter video for 2017, it's going to be all about lipsticks because your girl's got a lot and she doesn't wear it and it's probably all old. So let's talk about things I know are expired so I can throw these away. Let's see. So I've got a few of these. These are the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. These are one of the very first things I film with on my channel. I am hesitant to link it, but it is on my channel. So depending on how many cards I have left, I will take you guys directly to that video. It's different. Your girl was different back then, but it's worth watching. If not anything, just, you know, like a chuckle or two. So next, anyways, I'm throwing out these super old Chanel lip glosses. One is in the shade 179, one is in the shade 165. These are probably 4 years old, so these do have a long shelf life though. These are 18 months, so good on them for that. The NYX are also 18 months, so lip products, you get a little bit more life out of them versus a mascara. Next, I've got the Lip Exfoliator by e.l.f. I don't use this anymore, and I bought it a while ago. I bought it like 2 years ago. This is the NYX Lip Primer, so y'all already know I got to throw this out. This is shelf life in 9 months. I got this when I lived in China, so I might add this to my little collection. I never used it though, but it's a matte pink lipstick, so that's that. Never used this. This is a Revlon lipstick that I picked up, shelf life 18 months. Another NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. I have the shades Sao Paulo, Amsterdam, Dubai, and Monte Carlo for those. In case this is the Wet n Wild Mega Slicks Lip Stain. This is passable. I have a few of these. I know this one's old though. This is by Black Radiance. It's like their lip gloss lipstick combo. Beautiful shade. The shade 5205. So lovely name. This is pretty. Picked this up, never used it. It's a Wet n Wild Mega Slicks lip gloss. Picked this up, barely used it out of Sephora. It comes in a set, and I think I already threw the gloss out. This is a buxom lip, full-on lipstick, and never used this. This is the Shea Moisture lip gloss in Jewels. It's a really pretty orange shade, but since then I've just found better formulas because this is hella gunky. So that's it for lip stuff. I think I have one more category. Yes, I have lashes. So in general, I'm really bad at putting on lashes, but they look really pretty on camera. They look really pretty on Instagram, so I'm trying to get used to them. When I'm like a lash newbie. I know there are so many great lash companies. When I picked up the ones I'm throwing out, this is just like to get my feet wet, if you will. So didn't spend a lot of money on these. These are all drugstore. There's only e.l.f. and Ardell ones. I think the Ardell ones are fine from how they look on the face. The e.l.f. ones are horrible. They just look really synthetic-y, and they don't have a lot of like eyelashes in them, so they're like real obvious. And the glue for e.l.f. is not great, but whatever. The Ardell ones, they aren't bad. Because I'm not the best, I'm a little bit rougher with my lashes, and you are supposed to be really delicate. I just suck at putting them on, so it's harder for me. I don't think the lash band itself is all that great, so I won't be picking up any more of these, especially, and I don't like paying nothing for stuff. So I've been to Sephora, I've picked up some Makeup Forever and some, what is it called? Are they velour? I think, are they velour? I picked up some velour lashes, and these are in about the $20 range. So I'm a little more comfortable paying that price point. And as I get to know more about lashes, I, of course, will spend more money on them. But the styles that I'm throwing out are the 201. These are double up. I think this is from the Natural collection. This is 120 Demi is the name of this one. So the reason why all of these only have one lash in them are because I usually wear these just for Instagram photos. I might try wearing lashes in my videos, but when I did my Instagram photos before, I only ever did this side of my face, and I would give you like a little bit of side action. So I only ever used one lash out of all of the kits. So Ardell is nice overall. These I did not like. These are the e.l.f. lashes. This is the Natural lash kit. And I don't know if you guys can see the Natural lash kit. Sorry, it's gonna be a little blinding. And this is the Dramatic lash kit. Oh, I have both the eyelashes. So these are not great. Even if you want lashes and you don't have the money for lashes, I would not recommend the e.l.f. ones. Just steer clear of them. Whew. All right, you guys, that was a lot of stuff and not a little bit of time. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you have a declutter haul. Feel free to link it so we can all see it. Let me know what your approach is to decluttering. Do you do it once a year? Do you do it once a quarter? Do you do it twice a year? I'll be doing mine once I get my spreadsheet up and running. Like once a month, I'll take stock, like at the end of the month or something, and just see what I need to get rid of. So when I have that blog post ready, I will also link it down below. But check out my Instagram. I always post all of my blogs and like any other things I have on my social media. I always do an advert on there, so that's where you can see the most up-to-date information. If you haven't liked this video by now, come on, just give me a thumbs up because you stuck through the whole thing. We are at the end of the video. Please don't forget to share this with others that are having a hard time decluttering. It might be soothing to watch someone else do it. Once you like realize you're gonna have to throw some stuff away, then it's great because then you just start throwing away everything. It's awesome. So share this with people that might find it helpful. Do not forget to subscribe. Notification bell is there if you'd like to see what I post when I post it. I've got a lot of exciting videos coming up, so stay tuned. Thank you again for watching. I will see you guys again shortly, but until then, bye.